those are the different responses. You get to do some self-exploration and go, what happens when I get triggered in confrontation?
How much time do we waste in relationship because we aren't willing to say the hard things, because we aren't willing to bring vulnerability, because we aren't ready to get out past our blame and our judgment, our assumptions and our narratives.
There's usually two types of people too around this stuff. And I would say a big thing that you can explore is which of the 4 F types you are. Fight, flight, fawn, freeze. Are you somebody that in trigger, which confrontation can bring out triggers, okay? It's the moment you stop feeling safety, amygdala gets hijacked, sends you into one of these usual, responses. Fight is the type of person that jumps into accusation, blame. This is your fault. Fight types usually need to learn how to connect more with empathy. You got flight, run away. Okay, I'm gonna avoid at all costs. Freeze. It's like, I go internal, I don't know what to say. Someone's left the building, right? And then you have fawn. I'm just gonna make sure that you just feel good. I'm gonna abandon myself at all costs to make sure you feel okay. All right, so those are the different responses. You get to do some self-exploration and go, what happens when I get triggered in confrontation? What do I go to? There's also different combinations of those different things. A book that you can read is Complex PTSD. It's a really good one for learning more about that stuff. Let's go into the how, because I know we have limited time. What's the mindset that makes confrontation low stakes instead of terrifying? So setting your goal on your side. This is where you go into a confrontation going like, who am I going to be in this exchange, regardless of how anybody else shows up? So deciding that for yourself, set your goal on your side. Connection, clarity, honesty, communication. They have a choice on their side. If you demand a response, that's when it becomes high stakes, okay? That's when you're entering into control. How do I say the things to get the response from them that I want? You need to go into this going, I have no control over how they respond. That's what makes this vulnerable. God reconciled the world to himself, therefore be reconciled. He came regardless of how he'd respond. Guess what? We murdered him. Peter literally said it to the Jews, you killed the Son of Glory, killed him. And then they were cut to the heart. And then 3,000 people. It's like that confrontation led them to recognize, what have I done? The same people that murdered him realized what they had done. Peter, who denied him, was then the one that confronted. Why? He didn't care how they responded anymore. And it led them to be reconciled to God. God was the one that modeled that first. I don't care how you respond. I'm going to show up with love for you and demonstrate for you. I am in pursuit of you no matter how you decide. I am not going to try and control you. I'm here to reveal my love for you. Decide what you want to do with it. That's powerful. You think about powerful people, they go into a moment with their principles, with their connection, with their decisions, and it's not dictated by how you're going to respond. This is where codependency and working through that stuff is super important. That's the work where we go, how to is not really a communication style. It's more of how to deal with this with you and God. Go into exploratory, asking questions. So many people jump into it and they're like, I'm just going to tell them all the things. I went into this last confrontation with a buddy and I'm like, hey, how do you experience friendship? Like, what's friendship mean to you? And how do you engage in friendship? Like, you've called us really close friends. I'm just curious, like, what does friendship mean to you? I just want to understand, like, how do you do friendship? Like, I'm just trying to understand. I come in seeking to understand first. I'm asking questions about the thing. I'm like, oh, okay, you said we were really, really, really close friends. I haven't heard from you in a month and a half. I mean, a year and a half. And the last time you came over, I was hearing all of your worst and hardest stuff. And I loved you. You said you've never felt more loved in your life. Why did you no longer continue engaging with me? Asking questions. And then I got to share. So I got to really get understanding first, and then I got to share from that point. Really coming in to seek to understand. And this is hard for discerning people, but assuming that it's like even people that are right all the time, there are enough moments you've been wrong to assume that you're wrong. Okay? Discernment we can use as a shield and a protector from vulnerability. Don't use your discernment as a shield from vulnerability. Okay? When we're bringing discernment to the table, it's like, no, I know what you were thinking. I know what you were feeling. Okay. When you start getting to that territory, not only will you cause defensiveness, but you'll be wrong enough. Even if it's 1 out of 100 times, that's wrong enough to create devastation. So just go in with an assumption. You may not have it right. It's okay. You can respect your discernment. It doesn't mean you're always right. What's a simple opener that people can memorize, right? My goal is connection. Are you open to a 10-minute chat? Super simple. Hey, this is an accusation. I just want to understand and repair. If I say anything that's accusational, please share with me, hey, that felt accusational. Or hey, when you said this, it kind of sounded like you were saying this, help me. I'm doing my best to communicate stuff. Bring that vulnerability to the table. If this is new for you, hey, this is so new for me to bring up stuff like this. We try to shield and hide all these things we're thinking and feeling. When it's like, I do this with my team all the time. I've had companies where I have 60 employees at a time where I'm communicating this way with people because I don't need to be the guy that has all the right answers. I just want to have real connection. I want to be effective. That's it. I don't care about the ego stuff. I just want it to be an effective relationship. So how are you effective? Well, it's by sharing your heart. It's like you have to think like, what's the best chance of being effective? Well, it's me coming to the table and saying like, I'm going to be exactly where I'm at. Don't weaponize emotional health against people. Let emotional health be something that drives you closer towards understanding yourself and taking ownership for things in your life. Power is not your ability to control somebody. Power is your ability to have control over yourself.